It is main event time. Are you ready?
No.
Well, you better be. It's Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the
Okay.
WWE Undisputed Universal title. And we get a video package. They go over Cody Rhodes'
Okay.
climb, him winning the Rumble. He tore his freaking pec and all this stuff. Cody's just had a really rough year, but he came back, wins the Rumble, and now he's going to WrestleMania. So Roman being the champ for
That
over.
was the weakest introduction of all time. Bruce Buffer, we need to hire
We need
because
to
he
hire him.
would so set this up. Yeah. Hey, UFC, just saying. Or
Oh,
UFC
that's
should
true.
hire.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Roman has been the
Just
champ for
saying.
over 900 days. It was good. I didn't mind the video package,
946.
but it didn't feel like a Mania video package. I mean, I guess I've been spoiled, man. When I grew up and watching Austin and Rock and Triple H and Jericho, there's so many video packages I thought were so good back in the day. But this one just, I don't know. It wasn't very good.
Well, go cry about it.
I think it's just missing the brawling and the shots. Like Roman and Cody didn't take any shots on each
Well,
other before this match started.
mhm. Yeah, and I think it's also the fact that they didn't do anything besides just show what they already showed. It's nothing more than just showing just in a more intense way. With Finn versus Edge, there was more to it. They could have put in people like Dusty Rhodes and stuff, which they didn't do a lot because that's kind of the main part of this. Like Roman is the son that Dusty always wanted, type of thing.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
really true. They should have done more with that.
hmm
Cody
But
comes out first, comes down the freaking rampway. I liked his freaking jacket. It was pretty cool. It had wings on the back. I mean, Cody looks like a freaking
I didn't like it.
superstar. You didn't like it, huh?
I didn't like it. Mm-mm. I like his. I usually like or his clothing attire, and I did, but I didn't like the jacket. I thought the jacket was dumb. It kind of made me realize it's like a Shawn Michaels yet Bret Hart type thing that or they would wear, and I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't like it.
Gotcha. You just dissed Sean and Brett, two of the best in the business.
I'm, I didn't mean it that way.
He gets a
Gosh,
he gets a
they both
decent
hate each other.
Cody gets a decent pop, and I mentioned it on Raw. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Cody and Solo Sikoa on Raw?
No, totally not. Yeah, I did.
I was a little
Pretty good.
concerned because he hit the first
Oh,
crossroads in that match, and the crowd did not pop. And I was like, wait a minute. Cody's supposed to be the top guy that they're pushing. He just hit his finisher, and the crowd didn't respond. That really worried me. It took KO
well,
and
they're getting
Sammy.
ready for WrestleMania.
Well, it took KO and Sammy to come out and they were beating up the Usos or something in that match, and then the crowd started popping, and I was like, "Oh man, did they pull the wrong trigger on this?" So I don't know. I was just kind of
No.
concerned.
Well,
Anyway, he gets a decent
yeah,
pop. He goes over to his
eh,
wife Brandy and his daughter are actually at ringside. He picks up his daughter, and I mean, how freaking cute was that? She literally has headphones on because the loud noises in the arena. He picks her up, and
uh-huh.
she's like, I
And then
don't.
she took it
She
off.
just takes them off and gives them to
Yeah,
Brandy, and she gives him a big hug. So that was pretty cool.
yeah.
Then
It was a moment.
Cody takes off his weight belt and he gave it to Brody Lee's son. You guys know him as -1 from AEW. I was kind of
Mhm.
surprised to see him there, but he was next to Brandy. It was good for Cody to do that though.
Yeah.
Um,
I also do want to say you have to look at the wrestler's reaction when it comes to matches like these because sometimes they do show a little bit of emotion when it comes down to whether or not they're going to win the title, and then you can kind of see it. And I tried to see whether or not Cody had that feeling like he's going to win the title or if he's not going to win it and have that okay type of situation.
mhm.
And I could not sense anything from him. He had this moment of I got this. I was like, wow, good acting from him. I'll give him that. I did not know where this was going.
Yeah. Cody, bunch of freaking fireworks. He always gets the big intro. He's waiting for his opponent. Sounds like a
Nice.
lot
Look at
of
that.
people were actually giving Cody a mixed reaction once he got into the ring, though. So I was again concerned because Cody wasn't getting the pop I was expecting. I mean, he gets in the ring and the fans are kind of mixed a little bit. And then on the stage, we see six.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we get six pianos, we get six people, they're just playing, and then, the whole symphony thing, and then we get freaking Roman with, getting the grand entrance, of course. And my first thought was with the whole piano thing, they should have done that for Gunther.
Yeah. Oh no, I like Gunther. I like Gunther just being by himself. I don't like that aspect. But yeah, I know what you mean with the symphony and stuff, and have
Yeah,
like a little violin too.
they could have done the whatever, like the symphony part, and then you could have Kaiser come out, introduce Gunther, and then Gunther's music hits or something.
I understand. I understand.
So they stop, and then we hear Roman's music play. He comes out with Solo and Paul Heyman. And of course, as soon as I see Solo, I'm like, oh crap. So we know who's interfering now. Roman gets tons of freaking
Yeah.
fireworks on the ramp. He's the freaking champ. He's got to. They announced that he's the only champion to defend the same
hmm
title 3 years in a row. And that's freaking nuts to think about, man.
In the main event,
Yeah.
3 years. Well, yeah, and main event each time. Yeah.
Yeah, I love freaking Heyman. Roman hands him the belt, and he's like kissing the belt and like hugging him and stuff. Freaking Heyman's just so
Heyman
great.
is such a he's so good in this acting because it's like Roman could be dethroned here, and like if you look at Heyman throughout the match, he's kind of like, holy crap, like is he not going to be it? Because he's like, should I leave this guy? He's not going to be the champ for much longer.
Heyman is worth
He had a
every
lot of doubt
freaking
with
penny
Roman.
they pay him because Heyman really does make. It doesn't matter if it's a match, a
Oh, of course.
segment, or just a freaking interview. Whatever it is, Heyman always freaking delivers. He's just. He's
It goes
freaking
with the thing
gold.
that we were saying. He embarrasses himself too. He's
Yeah.
embarrassing himself too with like he can't wrestle, he can't do all this, but he can smack talk.
Yeah. If you can humiliate yourself a little bit, we said it about Kurt Angle. Like, Kurt Angle's a great freaking
Mhm.
wrestler, but the fact that he's so dynamic, he can even like joke around even with himself and stuff, that makes him
Mhm.
so much better. You can just do so much
And
more with the
this might be
guy.
a little Yeah, and this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think Paul Heyman might be the best manager of all time, or apprentice, or whatever you want to say, because he just shows that aspect of like, holy crap, this guy is way better. He always holds up the titles very well. He's held people like Punk, Lesnar, Big Show, Roman, all these
Yeah.
great guys that like, if you're a Paul Heyman guy, you know that you're the next top guy.
Yeah, that's true. I would give you that. I think Heyman is definitely he's got to be one of the best managers of all time, if not the best. It's hard to say. I would have to like look at a list
Yeah,
of people, but yeah, I think he's up there. Uh,
Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, I love Bobby Heenan too. Bobby Heenan was just one of the best freaking ring
Yeah.
announcers of all time. He made me laugh all the freaking time.
Yep.
He was so freaking witty.
Yeah.
I love Bobby the Brain Heenan. Roman
Yeah.
gets announced next. He mainly gets
Yeah.
booed, but then he gets in the ring and then he starts getting a mixed reaction. So I can't really tell who the crowd's really going for right away.
Mhm.
So here we go,
I
fans.
I don't think anyone knows who they want to win,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it, it was interesting. As the match goes on, the fans do change a little bit back and forth, but we'll get into it. The fans are standing for this thing.
Mhm.
Of course, it's the main event. Why wouldn't you? Paul hands Roman a mic.
Yep.
Roman is smiling. He's like, WrestleMania, acknowledge me. And again, he gets a mixed response. Crowd is hot, though. At least they're responding. We hear some Roman chants,
Yeah.
too, even from the crowd. I was like, okay. The
A lot
bell.
of boos, a lot of yays.
Yeah, yeah. The bell rings and both guys with the stare down, and then we get the lockup. Cody gets Roman in an arm lock, but Roman gets the ropes. Roman's still smiling though. He's like, "I got this." They do another lockup. Cody with a
Mhm.
headlock, and then he gets a headlock takedown. And man, Roman hasn't been pinned. They announced this hasn't been pinned since 2019. Isn't that freaking crazy to think about?
It's a 4-year difference, man. That's 4 years.
I mean, we got to say one thing though. At least in terms of this year, he only wrestled mainly at the pay per views, so it's like, eh, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
but it's still crazy.
it is crazy. I'll give it that. It's still crazy. Wasn't Corbin the last guy who
He has
pinned him?
100%. Oh yeah, with the dog food thing. Oh crap, that's weird to think about.
That is weird to think about because look at where Corbin is now.
Yeah, he should be the top guy.
So Cody with a dusty drop down punch, and Roman rolls to the outside. He goes over to Heyman, and Heyman's just like, you own this freaking match, and who do you think's the challenger? He's like, you're the champion. He's like, you're the island of relevancy. He's like, now go smash him. And then freaking Heyman, because he doesn't want to order Roman to do anything, he's like, I mean, do what you
My
gotta
tribal
do, my
chief.
tribal chief.
Yeah.
Roman gets back in the ring, and he
He's so good.
he gets a few waist locks, and then Cody gets some, back and forth, and then Roman with a back elbow, just a cheap shot, and Cody goes down, and then we start getting some boos now. So finally, the fans are starting to realize, like, maybe we should start cheering for Cody here because Roman's kind of being a little too cocky. Roman with some clotheslines in the corner. Roman hits the ropes, and Cody nails a freaking nice drop kick. He gets a pin, but Roman kicks out at one, like, instantly. Cody goes for an arm lock, and then
Yeah.
Cody went for a disaster kick, and then when he went to go do the disaster kick, Roman actually caught him and hit him with a power bomb, and he gets a 2 count.
That was beauty.
Yeah, that was nice. Roman with some punches and kicks, and he even was choking Cody on the ropes at one point. Just old school wrestling. Again, you don't need to do much. It goes back to what I said about Kevin Nash and Hogan. They were both in the ring, they're having a big match, and they lock up, and Kevin was like doing a little bit too much, and Hogan like slowed him down. He's like, dude, you don't have to do all that. He's like, we already got their money. Like, we already got the crowd into this thing. Don't oversell or don't overdo anything. Suplex by Roman Reigns. He gets a pin, and Cody's out at 1 now, so Cody's kicking out fast. Roman's smiling again. He's like in total control. Roman with another suplex, this time with some authority. He hit the suplex, and Cody just like flew over him. He picks Cody up. He goes to toss him out of the ring, and Cody scales the freaking ropes. He gets back in, and he throws Roman out of the ring. So getting a little bit of revenge for the Royal Rumble, that whole thing. Just showing like Cody has some power behind him. He can throw Roman too over the top. But Cody's on the apron. Roman gets his feet, and he just tosses him to the freaking apron. Cody just smacks his face on the apron. Roman grabs Cody, tosses him onto the freaking rampway, and even nailed a power slam on the freaking ramp. So Cody's like hurting pretty bad. Roman gets in the ring, to break up the count out. Solo's at ringside. He's watching this thing go down, getting a little too close for comfort. Referee's like looking at him like, hey, don't get involved. Roman goes for another power slam, but Cody reverses it and hits a power slam on Roman on the ramp. So now we're starting to get Cody chants from the crowd, and it's about freaking time, right?
Yeah, he hasn't been very hyped up.
Yeah, now he's starting to get the crowd behind him, which is nice. Cody this time breaks the count out from the referee, the 10 count, and Cody throws Roman into the ring. So the ref's checking on Roman at this point, and Solo grabs a chair from under the ring and just hits Cody right in the ribs. So, we get our first interference here. So Roman hits a drive-by, he throws Cody in the ring, gets a pinfall, but Cody kicks out at 2. So the ref thought Solo did something at this point, but he wasn't sure, so he doesn't say anything. But I'm like, oh, come on, man. Cody tries to fight back. He hits the ropes, but Solo grabs his feet, and Cody's distracted again. Roman takes advantage and clotheslines Cody down to the mat. Another pin, but Cody kicks out again. And this time, crowd's freaking booing Roman here because they're sick of the interferences. They just wanted a clean one-on-one match, and we're not getting that. So Roman tosses Cody to the outside.
But I'm kind of happy that it was, because it's kind of like Roman, he's kind of has to, because
he's desperate.
I don't know. I think for some weird reason, he's desperate to win. Yeah, you're right.
Roman tosses Cody to the outside. Roman starts clearing off the freaking announcers' tables. They both are up on the table, and Roman goes for a powerbomb. He's going to powerbomb Cody through the other announcers' table. Cody reverses, throws Roman over the top, and he just smashes through the freaking table. Pretty cleanly, too, because every time you see that, you always hope they don't hit their head or, they hit it wrong or something. But, yeah, he hit it pretty clean. Cody picks Roman up, throws him in the ring. Cody with the forearm, a dusty punch, a scoop slam, and then even hits the Cody cutter. Nice combination, and then pinfall, but Roman kicks out. And now the crowd's freaking going crazy because Cody's hitting his big moves, and people are like, this match could end at any moment now. Roman rolls to the outside. Cody's like, okay, it's a freaking suicide dive, and freaking Roman's out. So Cody throws him back in the ring again, and this time, Cody's up on the apron. Solo actually stole the freaking weight belt, I guess, from -1 out in the crowd. because he had Cody's belt somehow. I don't know how he got a hold of it, but he must have just stole it. He goes over, smacks freaking Cody Rhodes, and this time the ref actually heard it. He didn't see it, but he heard the freaking smack. He turns around, and he sees Solo, and he's just like, "You're out of here!" Freaking banned Solo from this match, and the crowd popped for that. They
I
really
love how
liked that.
refs do it too.
Yeah.
They're always like, "You're out of here."
I think people forget how important referees are because they have to sell too, you know?
Yeah, they have to sell. They have like, if there's a real injury, they have to like know, and they have to talk, and then they have to count. It's a lot of things.
Yeah. Roman goes to the outside. He gets the weight belt now, and he's like gonna go hit Cody with it, but the ref actually pulls it away. Cody with the super kick, and Roman drops the belt. Oh, so the ref didn't pull it away. He actually dropped it there. But Cody hits a crossroads, goes for the pin, and Roman freaking kicks out. The crowd actually thought it was over there. Freaking
Yes,
At this
you
point,
gotta
I
get
was
Roman.
like, the match is not freaking bad. Cody goes to pick Roman up. Roman hits a jawbreaker, some stiff freaking elbows to Cody. Again, Roman throws Cody over the top rope. Cody scales it again, but this time Roman goes over, catches him, and just hits a freaking rock bottom. He gets the freaking pinfall. Cody kicks out again, but just freaking barely. Like, Cody's really like taking a punishment here. Roman goes to the corner. He's looking to finish this thing. He goes for the Superman punch. Cody reverses, hits a freaking pedigree, pins Roman, and Roman kicks out. But you can see Paul Heyman on the outside. He's sweating bullets, man. He's like freaking out.
Yeah, like he's amazing.
Cody's like super fired up. This is like the most fired up I've seen him in a while. He's like really into this. He goes for the disaster kick. Roman catches him in midair with a Superman punch. That was freaking sweet. Like, the timing of that was like perfect. Hits the Superman punch midair, gets the 2 count here, and again Roman just can't believe it. He goes to the freaking corner, and this time he's looking for the spear. He does the hoo-ah, right? Roman sets up, he runs, Cody reverses into a sunset flip pin and gets a 2 count. So Cody's
a beautiful one.
Yeah, very nice. Both of them just connecting with stuff like perfectly. I mean, they really do have like chemistry in the ring, which is nice.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cody immediately locks in the figure 4, and Reigns is struggling. Reigns ends up reversing the figure 4, and now the pressure's on Cody's legs, but Cody does get the rope break. So both men are down. You can tell they're both freaking exhausted. And then we're starting to get a lot more Cody chants, which, again, is nice. That's one thing I will say about Cody. If he's not getting a crowd reaction, whether it's on the mic or in a match, he seems to know what to do in order to get a reaction, which is important.
Yeah.
So Cody's on the apron, and we get a lot of back and forth blows. We get the whole boo, yeah, and they're obviously supporting Cody. So Roman runs at Cody, and Cody hangs Roman on the freaking top rope. So Cody goes to the top rope, the turnbuckle, and jumps over Roman. But when he actually turns around after doing the jump, Roman meets him with the freaking spear, and Roman pins Cody. 1, 2, no. Cody's still freaking kicking out. And Roman's like, man, what the hell do I have to do to beat this guy? So Roman just goes over.
Yeah.
Roman goes over to him. He's just ground and pounding him. And then he applies the guillotine freaking submission. And that move has beaten so many opponents in the past. So Cody's fading. The ref checks on him. What?
No, Michael Cole even said, like, not many people have gotten out of this match. Or fight. Or not fight, this submission.
Yeah. Cody's fading. The referee checks his arm like they usually do, and Cody actually starts coming back. So Cody's like actually trying to get out of this thing, and Roman just wraps his legs around Cody and actually applies more pressure. So the ref keeps checking up on Cody. Cody ends up breaking out and does his own ground and pound, and now he's just beating the heck out of Roman. So both men get up. Cody goes for a big boot and accidentally hits the freaking referee. So now we know some shenanigans are about to happen. Come on. We know what happens.
Yeah.
Cody clotheslines Roman, and both guys are out. Okay, so who's interfering? Who's coming out? Cody gets up first. He goes for the crossroads, and then out of nowhere, Jimmy and Jay Uso are in the ring. They hit the double super kick, and then they hit a 1D on Cody, and the crowd is freaking ticked off. They do not want to see that. They put Roman on top of Cody,
Mhm.
but of course, there's no referee still, so there's no pinfall. But out comes KO and Sammy from the crowd, and they start beating up the Usos. Now, I did expect that. I didn't know if Solo was going to get involved at any point, but I knew that KO and Sammy, like if Usos get involved, of
Mhm.
course they're going to come out, right? So Roman gets
Mhm.
up, KO hits a stunner on Roman. Roman's in the corner, and then freaking Sammy hits the haluva kick, getting a little bit of revenge there. Because Sammy really, he had that match with Roman, but this would be like such a big thing, for
Mhm.
Roman to lose the belt because of Sammy. So
Yep.
Cody and Roman are left in the ring for a while, and
Yeah.
KO and Sammy end up brawling with the Usos in the crowd. Cody makes the cover. The ref, recovers himself. He goes over, makes the count, but Roman kicks out last freaking millisecond. Again, some back and forth
Oh,
punches.
so close.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth punching. Roman again going for the Superman punch, but Roman gets caught with a bionic elbow and a dusty punch. Cody hits a freaking crossroads. Then he hits another
Mhm.
crossroads. He's going for the third freaking crossroads. So what does Paul Heyman do? He gets up on the apron. He's distracting the referee. And when I first saw that, I'm like, all right, he's distracting the ref, but this thing's over. Like, he already hit two crossroads,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, Cody's over in the freaking
Yeah, and
corner going for the third
mhm.
crossroads, and then we see someone in a freaking hoodie come out of the crowd, and no, it's not Sami Zayn. It's freaking Solo Sikoa. He's freaking on the apron. He hits Cody with a Samoan
Uh,
spike, and Cody's just freaking down. So freaking Roman hits a spear, gets the
mhm.
freaking pin. 1, 2, 3. Roman
2,
freaking does it.
3.
He is still the freaking world champion. I did not see that coming at all. What did you think about that?
No one, no one saw that coming. I
No.
can't believe it. I am mad, but yet I love it because I don't want Roman to leave. Because think about it, this is his era. This is his time. When you think of this era or these last 4 years, 3 years, it's been his time. It's been his era. It's been his ring. It's been his company,
Yeah.
and leaving him without a title, him losing in general and not having those titles, that it just felt wrong. And I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions, and I want Cody to win, but yet I don't. And then I want Roman to lose, but yet I don't. It's just so painful.
So I had a mixed reaction because of two things. So I want Roman to win because it's like the unexpected. Anything can happen in wrestling. I love that aspect of it.
Hmm.
And it reminds me of when Triple H retained the belt
Hmm.
years ago in that Fatal 4 Way or whatever. Because everyone thought, oh, well, he's losing, of course. Like, there's no way. And then he actually walks out. The
Hmm.
heel walks out as the champion, which is perfect. My only issue is that Roman only
Hmm.
defends the belt at pay per views. And I don't want to see another year of just part time Roman. I mean, if Roman's gonna stay champion, at least be full time.
Yeah.
I feel like the shows have
I
suffered a
can't
little
handle
bit.
another Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I feel like you got Raw
Yeah.
and SmackDown. They kind of suffer because you don't see any world title matches on the shows anymore, and I don't know, man. I feel like it kind of hurts a little bit. But again, the unexpected part I like.
Yeah. I like it, but maybe SummerSlam, I guess. But I don't want, like, for a title reign as much as this has been, I don't want him to lose the titles at SummerSlam.
No, no,
WrestleMania
no.
has to be
But
it.
think about that. That means
And
we
I
got to
hate
wait
the
a
fact that
whole freaking year for that to happen.
I don't know. I have mixed reactions. It could be really good. He still has people to face. He could face people like Gunther, Drew again. He could face people like Orton, maybe.
Yeah.
He still, and maybe Seth's storyline goes along, but it's just another year without a full on wrestler, a full on champ, and Cody, when he lost, you could just see the sadness in his face. That moment where he was like, but it has to end now with Cody winning,
Well, I
because
think
now if he doesn't,
I think what they could do for
it's just
Backlash, or even save it for whenever, but I feel like they could do a 6 man tag winner take all match because KO and Sammy have the
hmm
tag titles. Usos are going to want those back, and then you could still put Cody in that match, have a 6 man tag, and then I mean, I think that could be pretty interesting.
It shocked me, man. I don't like it, but yeah, I know why they did it because of that 1,000-day run that they're going to have him do.
Yeah.
But God, it's just annoying to me that that has to happen.
All right, so let's talk about the
I don't know.
overall show, Alex. What did you think overall?
I thought it was way better than night one. I thought it was a brutal. It had three of the best matches that I've seen all year.
Agreed.
Um, Between Finn and Edge,
Would you say it's
Roman
better
and
than
Cody, and
Revolution?
Gunther, Drew. Yes, only it's hard to say because consistently wise, no. Match wise, yes. I
Wow.
think the matches have or been or like those three matches do not hold up to any other AEW pay-per-view. But the women's matches didn't. And the women's matches in AEW were pretty good for Revolution.
What did you think?
So I don't
Do you think Danielson and MJF is still the better main event?
I don't know. I think storyline wise, obviously, but I don't know. It's hard because I can't put them because Roman had this moment. I think Cody versus Roman is way better, to be honest, because of the
Because of the
storyline,
story.
because of the shock.
But if you're going with
Yeah,
in
and because
ring
of the
stuff, you have to go with MJF and Danielson, right?
yes, because they did the same exact things that Cody and Roman did, which is just classic wrestling. Good
Yeah.
old technician, yet lockups, yet some good old wrestling.